Good evening, everyone. The date is June 24th, 2026. The time is 6:01, and I would like to call this public meeting of the Rochelle Park Township Committee to order. Pursuant to the Open Public Meeting Act, notice the June 24th meeting was published on the Township website on January 7th, in the Bergen Record and Herald News on January 11th, and in the Hour Town on January 22nd. Notice the closed session meeting was published on the Township website on June 19th. Copies of all notices are on file with the Township Clerk and have been made available to the public. Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Apici will be absent from today's meeting, Mayor. Committeewoman Judge Covello.
Here.
Committeeman Smith.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Truinsky will be a bit late. And Mayor Miller.
Here. All right, at this time, I'll ask for a motion to adopt Resolution 26-176, authorizing the Township Committee to enter closed session, discuss legal issues, litigation, potential litigation, contract negotiations, attorney-client privilege matters, and personnel matters. Topics include shared service agreement with Midland School, tax appeal settlement, DPW personnel, building department personnel, and police department personnel. Do I have a motion to enter closed session?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, the Township Committee will now enter closed session for approximately 60 minutes and will return after that time to conduct further business. We are now in closed session. All right, do I have a motion to come out of closed session?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Aye. All right, please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. You may be seated. All right. Is there any correspondence?
Not at this time, Mayor.
Thank you so much. May I have a motion to approve the closed session minutes of June 10, 2026?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Judge Covello.
Yes.
Committeeman Smith.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Truinsky.
Yes.
Mayor Miller.
Yes. Thank you so much. May I have a motion to approve the public session minutes of June 10, 2026?
Motion.
Do I have a second? Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Judge Covello.
Yes.
Committeeman Smith.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Truinsky.
Yes.
Mayor Miller.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thanks so much. It's time for approval of the agenda. Before we approve the agenda, can I have a motion to add the following resolutions to the consent agenda? Resolution 26-190. The posting for a seasonal DPW laborer, part-time, 20 hours a week at $25 an hour from July 1st to November 1st, as well as resolution number 26-191, a posting for a part-time construction official, and resolution 26-192 to raise the American 250 flag for the month of July. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Judge Covello.
Yes.
Committeeman Smith.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Truinsky.
Yes.
Mayor Miller.
Yes. Thank you so much. May I have a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Judge Covello.
Yes.
Committeeman Smith.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Truinsky.
Yes.
Mayor Miller.
Yes. Thank you so much. It's time for reports. Samantha, would you like to start?
Yeah. Actually, can I?
Yes, no problem.
Thank you.
Mr. Smith, take it away.
All right. Well, we wanted to discuss America 250. Our celebration is going to be, well, it's going to start July 3rd. July 3rd, Rochelle Park will have the Saddle River Park to ourselves. All the residents of Rochelle Park, please come to the Saddle River Park, where there will be fireworks, care of Saddle River. Please bring blankets, chairs, hang out. It's going to be a great night. Come around 7:30. It's going to be free ice cream. Mr. Softy's going to bring by some ice cream, so you definitely want to show up for that. July 4th, we are going to have our America 250 celebration at the American Legion. Looking at a couple of volunteers out there who have been incredibly helpful, Susan and Andrew. Don't put the... So our 250 celebration is going to start at 12 o'clock. There will be a DJ, there will be a band, there will be a photo booth, there will be burgers and hot dogs and apple pie and a cash bar. The Boy Scout Museum will be open for everybody to come by. If nobody's ever seen that Boy Scout Museum, it is incredible. So I would definitely suggest, if you're going to be there, to definitely go by and visit it. What else am I missing?
The Saddle River County Park, which side? By the Howard Avenue side?
Yeah, your entrance.
Howard Avenue.
Yes. And we will have the promenade to ourselves, but the park will be open. You might not even want to go to the promenade. The whole field is going to be ours. Come by. Again, Mr. Softy will be there. That'll be July 3rd. Don't get the dates confused. July 4th, the American Legion Party will be there, 12 o'clock till 6. And again, burgers, hot dogs, watermelon. We just got that involved. Apple pie, again, cash bar, and it will be a great time. So I would really hope that we see a lot of you out there. So I think I've sold that as much as I possibly can. So thank you, everybody.
Good.
Thanks so much. Teresa, take it away.
Great. All right, so let's start with the seniors. They're having their meeting tomorrow on the 25th, and the meeting is for the Father's Day luncheon, and they will be the last meeting for the summertime. So June and July and August, there will not be a meeting, but in July, I believe you were talking about the rec on July 23rd. There's going to be a movie for the seniors. No meeting, but there's going to be a movie for the seniors on the 23rd. Let's see what else I have. The library is this Saturday, June 27th, is the Mr. Softy and New Jersey Snake Man. Starts at 12 noon, and it's, they're looking forward to their summer kickoff of the reading program. On the police department, during the month of May, the team answered 1,219 calls for service. The patrol division continues to work toward protecting the residents and the stakeholders. This demonstrated by 50 motor vehicle stops, 10 arrests, 19 criminal charges, 195 summonses were issued in the month of May. Also, the police department is with the outreach program, and they're with the residents. They're able to have conversations with them as they have a May 4th Be With You at the American Legion, where people are there to enjoy soda and sandwiches. They also coordinated a traffic safety and logistics study with the parade committee for the Memorial Day Parade. And then a couple of officers went into training for regional SWAT training, motor vehicle stop training, attended updated teaching, de-escalation skills.
No.
Are you right?
Sorry, not a secret.
And firearm qualifications. The administrative department continues to prepare for the summer months. Concerns over FIFA, World Cup, and public viewing events at certain restaurants and pop-up parties with large crowds and traffic. And they continue to work alongside our governing body with other departments to make sure the services offered to the public remain among the very best in the county and the state by meeting the township officials regularly on staffing, equipment needs, and transition of our dispatcher to public safety operations, PSOC. And that's what I have. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. First off, Mr. Smith, Committeeman Smith, I was just thinking, it would be so perfect if you got in a bathing suit and went in a dunk tank at one of those events. That would be the topper. I just had that picture in my mind.
I think we want people to show up, Matt. I don't think we want people to be scared away.
I think they'd show up in droves. Thank you, everybody that's involved with volunteering. Sounds like a fun-packed July 4th weekend. And from my end on the school, the 8th grade graduation is tonight. That's where Committeewoman Apice is with her son. I know the school is looking forward to their summer off, especially the kids. As far as construction goes in the town and with the DPW, I don't have much to report on that. I know they've been busy and they've been keeping up with everything, but I hope everybody has a wonderful summer coming up. And lastly, I just wanted to recognize again recreation for the summer barbecue kickoff last Saturday, which was a nice event. And it was really nice to see people come out and join us in the park. So, again, to all the people that volunteer, everybody that puts these things together, hats off to you. Thank you for doing what you do. That's all I have.
Thank you, Matt. All right. Happy summer, Rochelle Park. I want to begin by congratulating Committeewoman Jennifer Apice's son, Aiden Apice, on graduating Midland School today. And that's why Jen's not here today. So congratulations to Aiden and the entire Midland School class of 2026. The Township Committee wishes all of our residents celebrating a graduation milestone this year, the very best and continued success in their next chapter ahead. Team Rochelle Park is hosting its annual Pride in the Park celebration tomorrow, June 25th at Carlock Field at 6 p.m. The event will bring residents together for an evening of community, food, music, games, ice cream prizes, and family-friendly activities with support from local businesses and sponsors. And we're looking forward to seeing everyone tomorrow at Carlock Field. And just to echo everything that Mr. Smith said, it's going to be a great event on July 4th, so please tell your neighbors, tell your friends, and join us, because this is going to be a historic and unforgettable day in Rochelle Park. And that's all from me. I'm going to pass it over to our administrator.
Thank you, Mayor. So I want to take the time this evening to kind of go over some of the grants that we've received and have applied for. The first award that we have received from DCA is the Management Enhancement Review Program grant that we received an award of $61,000. That grant will allow us to conduct a comprehensive review of township operations, organizational structure, and service delivery. The goal is to identify opportunities to improve efficiency, reduce costs, and enhance the services that we provide to the residents. The next award that we have received is the Sustainable Jersey PSE&G Foundation Community Grant Award in the amount of $10,000. These funds will help expand the community programming, improve public spaces, and continue with our sustainability efforts. We received preliminary approval for fiscal year 2027 community project funding from the Office of Congresswoman Nellie Poe. The preliminary award is for $746,868. I'm also pleased to report that this request for federal funding was selected by Congresswoman Poe's office. More than 70 applications submitted through the district, and Rochelle Park was only one of 20 applications selected for preliminary funding. Right now, the process, I'm working with the team to submit an application for $200,000 for the Bergen County Open Space Grant. The proposed project is to include more ADA accessible playground upgrades, possibility of athletic field lighting improvements, security fencing, and retaining wall repairs. In addition to that, we have applied for the FEMA Assistance to Firefighters Grant, which is a new grant that we had applied for this year, first time. And this is to fund PPE cleaning equipment, specialized firefighting tools, rapid intervention team equipment, radios, turnout gear, et cetera. So we're waiting on a response on funding on that. And lastly, we have applied for Sustainable Jersey's Energy Efficiency Partnership Program. It's a technical assistance program award. This is at no cost, technical assistance, so they evaluate the municipal buildings, identify energy saving opportunities to reduce costs, and put the township in a better position for future energy-related grant opportunities. So just to sum it all up, as of today, the township has secured approximately $71,000 in grant funding within the last 60 days, with an additional $746,000 in preliminary federal funding that was identified for our pump station project. And it's currently waiting final congressional approval. And that's all I have for right now.
Thank you so much, Samantha. I just want to echo some of those accomplishments right there. We heard about that grant application from Nellie Poe's office on February 25th. Samantha started March 1st. It had a March 10th deadline. She got it in, and now we just heard about preliminary approval for nearly $750,000. That's huge. Also, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
And she just helped secure a $61,000 management enhancement review program, and that's going to help evaluate our municipal operations and identify opportunities for greater efficiency. So, Sam, on behalf of the Township Committee, thank you so much for your hard work and dedication to the residents of Rochelle Park and helping us move this community forward.
Thank you.
Gina.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. The results of the primary election have been certified last week. County committee winners have been sent election certificates, which should be delivered within the next week or so. If you have not received your certificate, please contact the Township Clerk's office. I will send out a duplicate. Landscapers are now expected to register with the Township Clerk's office in accordance with Chapter 123 of the Township Code. Registration forms will be made available on the Township website and also will be available for pickup in person. And that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you so much, Gina. John?
Nothing new to report. We're still waiting on decisions that are pending with the Telfer matters, both in federal court and in Superior Court.
Thank you so much. All right, any new business? All right, let's move right on. Go ahead.
The littering that we have on the,
Yes, I was going to bring that up when we
Okay.
introduce. Good. Awesome. If you want to talk about it now, though.
no, it's all right.
All right, awesome. All right, so let's just open it right up to public comment. Do I have a motion to open up to public comments?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. The Township Committee is now open up for public comments. Each speaker will be limited to 5 minutes and have one speaking opportunity. Please state your name and address for the record. Public comments open. Yes, please.
Come on up.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. My name is Ira Kaplan. I live at 165 Central Ave. And I've been having an issue with a pharmaceutical company directly across from us at 168 Central. They are violating town ordinances, and I have it here, 143-4, disturbance of assemblyman. 143, peace and good order. They open their business at various hours of the night, which I don't think they're permitted to do. 12 p.m., 3:20 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning. There have been several police callings from me. They've come down several times at 7 a.m. and just gave them warnings. I spoke to Donald Warner. He could not do anything. Everybody says it's somebody else's problem. They're telling me I need to call before 7 a.m. so that they can come and catch this one particular gentleman that's got an extremely loud exhaust, runs a car for 20 minutes, and we have a state law, no more than 3 minutes, the car can idle. 20 minutes. This has been going on since September. The police do not want to do anything except give warnings. They have to catch this person. If this person comes at 4:20 in the morning, which happened to be on Juneteenth, which was 3:20 in the morning, I called the police. I told them, don't bother coming because he's out of here already. Within 10 minutes, the guy is gone. They do nothing about it and wake us up. My husband works at A&C Auto right next door. He can't even sleep because they operate at all hours of the morning. This one particular car, I've spoken to them numerous times. They apologize. They've said, we'll fire him, we'll fine him $250. The police have it all in their report. They would not even allow me to file a report at the police station. They told me it wasn't necessary. So here I am before mayor and council to see if something can be done, because we can't live like this anymore. We have a time ordinance. Not before 7 a.m. and not after 11 p.m. The noise is constant. It never stops, and no one wants to do anything about it. And I'm just at the point where I don't know what to say anymore. If the police don't want to help, and Donald doesn't want to help, who's going to help us? Who's going to tell these people? Warnings don't do anything for them at all. The police said they can't ticket them or fine them unless they catch them in the action. But they can't get there fast enough. So we're at a loss. I left a message on Juneteenth for Donald. I said, well, now the report is here at 3:20 in the morning. He never called me back. So I don't know what to do anymore. And I'm asking the mayor and council for suggestions. Somebody has to do something. They can't operate at all hours of the night and wake us up.
Thanks so much for coming to the township meeting, and I really appreciate you bringing up these concerns. I'm so sorry that you're dealing with this. Our administrator will happily follow up with our police department as well as our building department to see what can be done and follow up on these concerns. If you don't mind sticking around after the meeting and providing us with your email address so that she can
Absolutely.
provide you with an update after she has that communication.
I have spoken to the police department so many times. They all have it on record. They said there's nothing they can do but give them a warning. That's it.
Got it.
Not even a fine, nothing.
I have a question. Where is it on Central Ave?
So we live at 165. They are directly across at 168. It's a pharmaceutical company. They load up their cars with prescriptions throughout the night and then distribute them to customers.
I'm having a hard
You
time.
pass through 17 heading
On
towards
Cen-
Maywood.
Right, correct. It's right on
You're going
Central
under the
Ave.
overpass, and it's just
Yes.
up, and so you're across the street.
Correct. Correct. And we're next door to A&C Auto.
I don't remember ever seeing a form, so that's why I'm just,
It's a building that,
Yes, it's a building.
Again, I'm so sorry that you're dealing with this. Our administrator will happily follow up and provide you with an update ASAP.
I appreciate it because the police really don't want to do anything. And they're such nice guys. They're really, really nice about it. But there's nothing they can do. So somebody has to be able to do something. Oh, like I said, mornings don't work.
do you know if that's an employee that works there?
It is an employee that works there. There are several employees. I have spoken to them numerous times. They told me they will speak to the manager, fine him $250 or fire him while he's still there. And he comes whenever he feels like it, and you cannot have a loud exhaust at all to begin with, much less run your car for 20 minutes. In the winter, we do have an issue because they block the street and cars cannot get through. So that's a whole other issue that DPW deals with. But this is where we're at, and like I said, I don't really know what else to do except to speak to you, Mayor, and see if there's anything you can accomplish with them.
Well, thanks so much for coming. Again, please, if you don't mind waiting behind
Absolutely.
to provide your email address, so our administrator
Yes.
can follow up with you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you again, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Walter Houghton, Rochelle Park. Two things. You mentioned landscapers have to register. A few months ago, I talked about the landscapers blowing the debris while people were driving and hitting cars and so forth. Are they going to be liable with the new registration, with the ordinance being passed? And second of all, on Saturday, Access for All participated with Oakland Access for All in a carnival for special needs people up in Oakland. We formed a partnership, so we're looking forward to working along with Fairlawn as well as Oakland and try and get as much help and support for our special needs people. So I apologize for Recreation. That's why we couldn't be there on Saturday, because we are already committed to the carnival. So hopefully we can get all the access for alls in the county involved. That way it takes the burden off of each individual town financially, and we can get some more volunteers. Thank you.
Awesome. Walter, you're doing great work. Thank you so much. In regards to the registration of landscapers, I believe that is one of the benefits, that when these landscaping companies do register, that we do have their information, and then if they're not following our local ordinances, then they can be reminded and held accountable. Thank you, Walter.
Diane Hassel, Rochelle Park. First, I'm very happy to hear that we are doing the landscaper thing. That is something that I brought up before. Once they're registered, though, I'm not sure who should be told this, but they're almost similar to what this other lady brought up. They're warned, but they're not ticketed.
Mm-hmm.
We have someone who parks near my house as a fire hydrant. The same landscaper, again and again, parks in front of the fire hydrant. Eventually, the police come by and say, you have to move it. Their first reaction was, well, there's no fire. Why do you care? That's their answer. It is a $1,000 fine. After the third or fourth time that the police have told this person, you should move your truck, if they would give them a ticket, first of all, that's money that Rochelle Park would get. And second, right now, this person could care less, because they'll move it when the cops come, and 2 weeks later, guess what? They're there until the cops make them move again. So maybe reminders need to be told that you warn once, but the second, third, and fourth time, they're just ignoring the warnings, and they're going to keep doing that until there's a monetary reason for them to pay attention. But I am very happy that you guys are doing that. As to, I heard you're going to be looking for part-time inspector, I understand that you're watching costs, and as a taxpayer, I appreciate that, but is there a reason we're not looking for full-time? Because a full-time person makes it easier for the residents to get variances, to get permits, to get, for builders. I'm just curious if there's a reason, if the building person does, I mean, I looked at the ordinance, besides that you now have to change your ordinance because it says we have a full-time person, which we don't. There are 18 things that are listed as this person's responsibility. So is your part-time person going to be able to do all 18 things in a part-time capacity? I'm just, it's a lot that the person's supposed to do, including oversee the entire department. And if they're only part-time, how are they going to oversee a department when they're not here? It's just something to think about. And if the part-time hours are going to be, when they leave their full-time job, it's going to be late afternoon, evenings, and maybe a Saturday or Sunday, and we're going to fall right back into the problem that people are doing what they want, not worrying about permits and variances, because there's nobody there checking on them. So it's just something to think about. I know you're worried about costs, but if all the permits and variances get filed like they're supposed to be, part of that salary will get paid for.
Yeah, you make an excellent point. I'm going to actually pass the microphone over to our Township Attorney, John Scatino, to provide an update why it's in part-time posting.
Yes, the Township Committee had looked into, to your point, having a full-time construction official. However, to do so, that would involve taking action with respect to existing employees and consolidating some positions. The existing employees have exempt fireman status, which prevents that type of consolidation into a full-time position from occurring at the present time. But the Township Committee continues to explore ways to try to get a full-time construction official in light of the constraints.
You do know that we have an ordinance that states we have a full-time person.
Yes.
So we're not doing that.
Well, because the ordinance doesn't supersede the state law, right?
It says that the full-time person will oversee all these other people. So
Nobody's
who
disagreeing with you, but the state law supersedes that.
says you don't have to have one, or what's the law that?
The law is that if you're an exempt fireman, you cannot be removed from your position unless there's going to be a cost savings and for efficiency. This will actually cost more money, not less money. So the existing personnel cannot be removed to allow the Township Committee to consolidate the positions and create a full-time position. Doesn't matter what the ordinance says.
I'm not asking to consolidate. I'm saying that there's someone who needs to oversee the whole department.
But in order to fit that into the budget, it's necessary to consolidate positions to justify a full-time position. Because towns of this size typically do not have one person who is only the construction official. When they have a full-time position of, again, a town of this size, it's because they have more than that one title. They have multiple titles so that they can perform those multiple functions, and allows the municipality, instead of having, whatever, 3 part-timers making, just throwing numbers out, $40,000 a year, they can have one person full-time performing those duties and being here the entire week. So the present makeup of the department does not allow them to do that.
So what happens to all these things that the person's supposed to do? We just let them go?
No, the part-time staff has to fulfill those functions.
It says that they supervise the township engineer, monthly vouchers, coordinate sub-code officials, the ones you're talking about, bi-monthly review, attend all land use board meetings, written reports, et cetera, et cetera. So a part-time person is going to do all 18 things in their part-time while they're also going out looking at permits and stuff?
I think the Township Committee is going to have whoever they hire perform as many of those functions as they can. And whatever they can't perform, it's the restrictions of the present personnel and the restrictions of the finances.
It just seems that when you look around town, there's a lot of people, I'm not blaming anybody, but they're building what they want, they're not getting inspected, variances, there have been no variances coming before the land use board. I think it's 8 months now that people are just doing what they want. And nobody goes back to check. Somebody gets a permit
Well, I think you have to.
2 years
you
ago,
have to-
and they
yeah.
never get re-inspected, so
I
they're
think
doing
if
what
there's
they
any
want.
properties that you believe haven't been inspected, you really need to report that. to
Some of them
the-
have been.
To the administrator, and I'm sure she'll bring it up to the building department. Anybody who does work in this municipality and doesn't have the inspection, they may not be getting caught now, but when they want to do something else with their property, or they want to sell it, they're going to have major issues. And in fact, if you get work done without an inspection, the inspector can require you to take down the work.
I know they
so they
can.
can do the inspection. So I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it's not, for it to be as prevalent as you're saying would be extremely unusual.
There's six
For
six
residents
places
to-
on my block that have never been checked to see if the
Did you
people
report that
are
to
doing.
town?
One was, and we were told they weren't allowed in. The person who did the appraisal was not allowed in. And guess what?
Well, an appraisal is different.
Now, I'm talking, neither was the inspector, they've never come back. They have one permit, and they're doing all kinds of it. There are
Well,
people living in their
that-
basement. It
that
is what
needs
it
to be
is.
looked into, because inspectors have an absolute right to inspect work that's being
I'm
done.
not saying they have a right to, I'm saying whether they do.
Yeah, I'm saying, that has to be looked into, because they have to perform that function. I don't think it just doesn't make sense that an inspector's going to lose his license because he refuses to do an inspection after he issues a permit, because they can't work anywhere then.
I can give you a perfect example. One of your people behind my house, and this has been for several years now, there is a barn that is, I'm sorry, not a barn, a garage, that is turned into a barn because many wild animals are living in it. It's falling down constantly. Your inspector came, looked at it, and said, well, the person who owns it lives in this other town. I know all the background information, but there's nothing I can do. So until somebody gets bit by the animal that's there, and the Board of Health says, we don't have any of those animal traps, so there's nothing we
Well,
can
that
do.
sounds like a property maintenance code issue, unless the person took out a permit to work on the barn, and it was never inspected, or whatever this housing is. It's a different department.
I know.
What you're describing sounds like a property maintenance code issue.
That's another person who, if we're supervised, would be doing what they should be, in the same way that this woman says the property maintenance never contacted her. If somebody was supervising all these people, they would be doing their jobs. That's all.
Dan, we totally hear your concerns, and we have been on a mission to address it. Unfortunately, we have been met with some obstacles, but we're not done trying. Ultimately, we need to fill this position. There was a resignation, and that's what this resolution is going to do. Thank you. Anybody else? Hearing or seeing nobody? Can I have a motion to close public comment?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Our next item is the introduction of ordinance number 1269-26. This ordinance amends the township's stormwater management regulations and establishes permit fees associated with temporary stormwater management permits. May I have a motion to introduce ordinance number 1269-26?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Committeewoman George Carvello?
Yes.
Committeeman Smith?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Chouinsky?
Yes.
Mayor Miller?
Yes. Thanks so much. Our next item is the introduction of ordinance number 1270-26. This ordinance amends the township's littering regulations by establishing standards for the delivery and placement of newspapers, flyers, and similar printed materials to help prevent litter from accumulating in streets, gutters, catch basins, storm drains, and other public right-of-ways. May I have a motion to introduce ordinance number 1270-26?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Committeewoman George Carvello?
Yes.
Committeeman Smith?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Chouinsky?
Yes.
Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Can we comment on that?
And thank you so much to Mr. Czerwinski, who actually brought up that idea after speaking with a resident on my street. Matt, if you want to add anything, please.
Yeah, a resident had made it very clear that he's part of his time living in Rochelle Park, he's been clearing storm drains of newspapers that nobody uses, and with the amount of concerns and issues that we have in this town with flooding, to let anything go by that is a nuisance or a problem with, water collecting and overcoming storm drains because of something as simple as newspapers haphazardly being delivered is, it needs to be addressed. And it was right in front of us, and I tripped over the paper too. And as a matter of fact, he made a point, and he said to bring this up in the newspaper, in the front of it somewhere. If you don't want the newspaper, all you do have to do is call a phone number and tell them to discontinue sending the newspaper to your house. And my question with this is, though, again, with enforcement, who's going to enforce this? Who's going to enforce this? If we can't have people enforcing the other, we have a serious problem with enforcement, and we need to address it. And we can pass all the ordinances all day long, but if there's nobody gonna enforce it or said they can't do it or can't get to it, we got an issue. Now, that needs to be tightened up 100%. Anyway, but thank you for,
Thank you.
getting that on the agenda, and let your neighbor
And
know.
I helped write this ordinance amendment, so thank you
right.
so much.
So discontinue the paper if you're tired of tripping over it, and tired of it being on your driveway and on your storm drains, discontinue it in the meantime, call and discontinue, and we'll work on what we need to do on our end. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Notice is hereby given that ordinances 1269-26 and 1270-26 were introduced and passed on first reading at a meeting of the Township Committee of Rochelle Park held today, June 24th, and ordered published in accordance with the law. Said ordinances will be considered for final reading and adoption at a meeting held on July 22nd at 7 p.m. in the Township of Rochelle Park Municipal Building, at which time all persons interested will be given an opportunity to be heard concerning such ordinance. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you so much, Gina. Our next item is ordinance number 1267-26, amendment of Chapter 104 entitled Floodplain Management Regulations. This ordinance establishes permit fees associated with floodplain development applications in accordance with the Township's floodplain management regulations. May I have a motion to open this to the public for a public hearing for any questions regarding this ordinance?
Motion.
I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Public hearing is now open. Please state your name and address for the record. Hearing or seeing no one, can I have a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion.
You have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, may I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 1267-26? May I have a motion? Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Judge Covello?
Yes.
Committeeman Smith?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Chewinski?
Yes.
Mayor Miller?
Yes. Thank you so much. All items listed below are considered to be routine and non-controversial by the Township Committee and will be approved by one single motion. There will be no separate discussion on these items unless a committee member or citizen so requests, in which case the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda as part of the general orders. May I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Judge Covello?
Yes.
Committeeman Smith?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Chewinski?
Yes.
Mayor Miller?
Yes. All right. The next meeting of the Township Committee will be held on Wednesday, July 22nd at 7 p.m. May I have a motion to adjourn this meeting?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Thank you so much. This meeting is adjourned.